to do with me. Horseshoe on my jeans, still ain't true exist. Course I made a steal, girl, you never list. Funny how sunrise turn into gunfights. Start watching Blues and Steven Dick. Back when dudes was pushing 96. Knew I'd find someday someone was missing. Even if friction can't be too distant. So call whenever you need. Ain't no plan, and my baby don't supersede. If I ain't got time, I'll just make a time. All my life I've been waiting for love, waiting for love, yeah, yeah. Oh, that ain't no you, that ain't no me.
All right, that's a lot better. It's hot. I'm doing this at high noon on I would say it's like 90 degrees out here. Honestly, I just had to get this done now. This ain't even that good. I can't even do it right. But honestly, the reason I'm out here is to really begin this series I calling From Boyhood to Manhood. And honestly, the only thing that's been on my heart right now to just get out on camera and put out is surrendering. Um, I got a couple notes here. So basically, we'll start off like this. I'm sitting at work. I'm going through a very, very tough time as far as there's a lot of things about myself that I don't like. To be very transparent, there is pride that I suffer with. There is a level of arrogance that I have. Um, and selfishness. Those are like a couple things that have been recurring themes in my life that I've heard that I'm trying to fix. I'm literally trying to fix them myself. I would either go on YouTube or try to find books that would help me break these habits. And it wasn't until I was sitting at work on, funny, I was on ChatGPT asking them, asking the AI, what could I do to stop these things? And they kept giving me mantras and daily routines I could do to help fix it. But I'm like, how do you work on pride? How do you work on your pride um, self help wise? How do you do that? And they were giving me mantras, and I'm looking at it, and I'm not even gonna lie, I felt so overwhelmed. I felt such pressure to fix what I was lacking in. Um, and it felt so daunting. I honestly was doubting if I could even get through this, if I could get past all of the areas where I fall short. I know I'm not a perfect human being, but I don't want to be selfish. But me just saying I don't want to do it isn't enough. In the moments where I am selfish, I want to be able to catch myself and you know have a moment of love, or a moment where I'm starting to let my ego come out and my pride is showing. I can catch myself and or maybe just not even fall into that. And I remember I was sitting outside on my break at that point and I'm praying. I'm like, Lord, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I don't know. This I want to be made in the image of Christ, and like, but I can't, but I don't know what to do. And then like I'm sitting there, I'm sitting under the tree, and then I begin to remember the verse from yes. It is 15 John chapter 15 verse 5. I am the vine and you are the branches. Whoever abides in me and I in him, he it is that bears much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Layman's terms, you have a tree, a very, very firm tree that stands tall, and we are the branches of the tree. When a branch falls, it dies. A branch can do nothing without being connected to the tree. And when I'm apart from God, and when I think I could do things apart from God, He reminds me. Christ reminded me that I am nothing apart from Him. I am nothing. So I started just diving deep, and I have a couple notes here that I just wanted to, you know, give to y'all and encourage y'all. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting mad hot out here. But the first thing Christ never told us to do, he never told us to improve ourselves. He never told us to fix ourselves. He told us to come as we are, and he told us to deny ourselves. Self-help methods, and I'll be the first one to say I love anything that self-help that I can do myself, because I do want it as a human who has flesh. I want to give myself the glory and say that I did it. But that's something I had to push to the side, which is my pride. The self-help methods never stick, ever. They're very temporary. They're not last longing. They're not transformative. They don't sanctify you at all as God does. God can transform the heart that He's given you. You can't transform a heart you didn't give yourself. A person, I think his name was Elliot Hustle. I think the best way he put it was, trying to fix yourself is it's like trying to touch the tip of the finger with the tip of his finger. You can't. And it also reminded me of a book I was reading called Winning Your Spiritual Battles. And a lot of people try to fight spiritual battles with physical solutions. They don't know that the reason they're being affected in the physical is because of a lot of not even just a lot, but just things that are going on in the spiritual. So you see the physical and you try to fix the physical, but the fix is only temporary. If you're not getting to the spiritual root, for me, that was for me. I came to the realization I wasn't surrendering everything. I wanted to hold pieces of my life. I wanted to have full control over some pieces of my life and not give it to God. Like, God doesn't want the best for me. Like, I know better than God. And here it is right here. And another point I put was self-help doesn't work because you are trying to solve a problem at a level at which the problem was created. In layman's terms, I am the problem trying to fix the problem. Basically, like, it doesn't work like that. I didn't create this body. I didn't ask to be here, and I'm not saying that in a spiteful way, but I was dropped here December 22nd, 2000. For what reason, I don't know, but the man above does. So if he has a calling on my life and a purpose for me, why not go to the one who knit me in my mother's womb? All of this I'm learning, and that is not, yeah, all of this I'm learning as I go along. But it once I came to that realization, just a peace was set over me, like, and I know it was a peace that only God could give me, because I didn't feel like the weight was on me anymore. Honestly, the weight was on God to fulfill what He promised me, in a sense. Not that I'm testing God, but God is not a liar. And God told me that if I surrender and I seek, it's a one thing to just surrender, but I also must seek God that I may be transformed through Christ. Um, it's Paul says it in Galatians 2:20. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The thing with self-help is, and self-improvement, is you kind of try to push all the things you're bad at to the side and try to hold them down as best as you can, um, and just try to cover it up like it's something that's there, but it's like, okay, I know it's there, but I'm just gonna push it down while being transformed. Your mindset and your ideology, the way you think, your affections are changed, and that's what I should be seeking. My camera's about to die, so hopefully I'm able to get through this. But honestly, this is like the first step, the first ring of many, that I'm learning. In that I'm nothing. The best way to say it is I'm nothing apart from God. I can't fix myself apart from Christ and the Lord. I can do nothing apart from Him, good or bad. Well, let me not say bad. I can do nothing apart from Him. Nothing. As a guy, I do understand how it feels to want to stand on your own 2 feet, to want to hold yourself up, to honestly and truthfully speaking, to want to give yourself glory. Honestly, I I understand how that feels. But in the end, the more and more I'm praying, the more and more I'm reading, God really deserves all the glory. He really deserves all the glory. He gave me this body. He gave me this life. He gave me my mind, my desires, my gifts. I just hope that if you get anything from this, um, the main thing that you do get is that surrender everything over to God. Know that you are nothing. You are nothing apart from Him. Anything, even the things that you do good that you think you've done yourself, you haven't. God gives them to you. There's not a leaf that falls, a raindrop that touches the earth without His say so and His knowing. Seek Him. Seek Him above everything. Make sure your priorities are straight. Seek Him in His strength, and seek Him continuously. And when you do surrender, a prayer I've been saying to myself is it is a psalm. I can't remember the psalm off the top of my head, but the psalm goes, Lord, create in me a new heart and renew a right spirit in me. And I just continuously say that because God is the only one who can transform my heart, transform my desires, can transform my affections, my mindset, my view, my perspective. He's the only one that can do it. But I have to do my part and seek Him. So I pray that this was just a blessing to you. And I pray that it was encouraging, honestly, above all else. That's what this whole thing is meant to be, just me coming here and telling y'all, holding myself accountable and showing y'all how much I've grown and what I'm learning as I try to be the best father that God created me to be and the best boyfriend and soon to be husband I possibly can be. And just the great, just the man God created me to be, honestly. But I pray that God's peace be with you, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.